Shaq flexed his muscle for 26 and Kobe added 30 as the Lakers grabbed the series opener with a big win on the road. Friday night on NBC, the Lakers and Kings meet again. The start of 4 straight days of NBA Conference Finals action, all Memorial Day weekend long, beginning Friday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, NBC.
They gave up everything to be together, and this Tuesday is their night.
I love you.
A night of Niles and Daphne, 2 special Frasers, and the season finale.
You want to make my dreams come true? This is my dream.
Be there as they take the next step. The Frasier finale starting at 8/7 Central, NBC Tuesday.
The Lexus IS 300 E-Shift or 5-speed. Now with lease payments starting at just $399 per month for 39 months with $2,240 due at signing. See Lexus of Fort Wayne, just down the road.
Round them up, or try to, because some things just naturally belong together. Like you and one of IHOP's famous Rudies. Because when things go wrong, our Rudy just seems to make everything right. That's why we're rounding up all our delicious Rudies. One for any size appetite, with your choice of 3 fabulous fruit toppings. Starting at just $3.99 weekdays, our Rudies are a wonderful way to treat yourself. Anytime's a good time for IHOP.
This sale is for you. At Dimension Ford, get a 4-wheel drive 4-door Ford Explorer for under $400 with no money down. $399 a month for a loaded Explorer 4x4. No money down and just $259 a month for a loaded Ranger XLT Super Cab 4x4. No money down and great low payments on loaded 4x4 Explorers and Rangers. And if you're looking for a great low payment on a new Ford Focus, your search is over. Drive a new Ford Focus just $199 a month for a limited time only at Ford's regional headquarters. Dimension Ford on Coliseum across from Glenbrook and just west of downtown on Jefferson.
Cyber Dealers, NBC 33, 11 at 11 Wednesday.
You're watching WKJG NBC 33 Fort Wayne. Live, this is NBC 33 News Weekend. Your news is on NBC 33.
Negotiations stall at a local plant, leaving workers without a contract. That's tonight's NBC 33 top story. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of NBC 33 Weekend News. I'm Angela Holdsworth. For the last couple of weeks, employees and company officials at Slater Steels have been trying to reach an agreement. With a crucial deadline now passed, the future of the workers and the company sits in the balance. NBC 33's Francis Coe reports.
Saturday at midnight, the crucial deadline looming over workers at the Slater Steels plant, the day their contract was set to expire. Well, that day came and went for Slater's 300-some employees. Now they're working without a contract.
Right now, they just don't seem to understand them or care. They just want us working in there whenever they want us working in there. It's just too many hours.
Overtime is one issue that has both sides butting heads. Workers say they're punching in up to 80 hours a week. They're also demanding higher pensions and insurance benefits, demands that they say were ultimately left unheard. Last October, the plant had to lay off 138 people. Now the employees that remain hope that they won't meet the same fate. For now, workers say they'll continue to put their efforts on the job and in building morale.
Obviously, we're disappointed we haven't been able to reach an agreement, but the attitude of the members is very positive. There's a lot of solidarity. There's a lot of determination that we're going to hang in here until we get this thing resolved.
We're going to get an agreement. Sooner or later, we're going to get an agreement.
Francis Coe, NBC 33 News.
Company officials were not available for a comment today. Plant workers say that they do not plan to strike because they don't want to lose their jobs. More talks could come early as this week. As Slater Steel hammers out their contracts, the state is hammering away, looking for a solution to the state's budget crisis. Monday, lawmakers will reconvene for a special session. As House Ways and Means Committee member Jeff Espick sees it, not only does the legislature have to find a way to get out of the red, but they also have to find a way to create jobs for Hoosiers.
There are really 2 issues. One is the state's broke. And so if we're going to continue our obligations, frankly, we're going to have to find a way to get some more money. The other issue is trying to change our tax structure so we're more conducive to job creation in Indiana. I think there will be some tax increases, maybe sin taxes as we call them, maybe cigarette or gambling, that will be increased or changed, and that we will fix the budget hole. I'm not as convinced there's a consensus on fixing the job hole.
Reports show Indiana has the worst job loss record in the nation this year, and we'll have the latest on the special session next week on NBC 33 News. A party turns into a shootout in Indianapolis, injuring 6 people. Today, 41-year-old Curry O'Brien opened fire at the party early this morning as he walked in the door. None of the injuries are considered life-threatening. Officials believe the shooting may have stemmed from a domestic dispute. Today, many people gathered to remember those who lost their battle with AIDS and to honor those who are still fighting. The AIDS Task Force hosted the 19th Annual International AIDS Candlelight Memorial at Lakeside Park today. Loved ones read the names of those who were lost and created a flower wreath as a memorial. It was also a chance to help the healing process along.
It brings up memories, which are not always wonderful, but they're bittersweet. But it's also, I think, it's a consolation to be remembering them.
Over 1,600 communities and 86 countries participated in memorial services today. The number of people diagnosed with cerebral palsy has grown in Fort Wayne in the last several months. That's why Science Central played host to the Cerebral Palsy Tribute. This was a chance for people to get educated on what this disorder is and how it affects people's lives. It was also meant to dispel some common misconceptions about the disorder. Currently, there are 4 known types of cerebral palsy. And you may call them heavenly voices. Today, the Voices of Unity Youth Choir held their spring concert at Southside High School. The theme of the concert was the power of the dream. Not only was it good listening, it also sent a strong message. The music can bring people together, and that was the idea, to help share unity and peace. The choir is performing the Unity Performing Arts Foundation, which is a local nonprofit organization. Well, we all love to celebrate our birthday, right? Well, how about celebrating your 100th? Well, today was Robert Bogenschutz's 100th birthday. And not only was it that, but the mayor proclaimed today to be Bogey Day in honor of the man that has served his community and seen a century of changes here in the city. Well, art is often a beautiful thing, and some starving artists showed their talents at the Pine Sap Juried Art Show sale this weekend on the IPFW campus. Booths displayed original artwork by the visual and performing arts students on campus. Now taking a look at news around the world, another tape of America's Most Wanted Man has turned up. Britain's Sunday Times newspaper obtained a previously unseen video of Osama bin Laden, including footage his supporters say was filmed just 2 months ago. The transcript did not provide enough clues as to a date. Now, if this tape is genuine, then the footage provides the first proof that bin Laden survived U.S. attacks on the Taliban and the al-Qaeda network. An Islamic news agency received the tape from a Pakistani official who says it was filmed in March. Another suicide bomber strikes again in Netanya, Israel, in the middle of a market. At least 1 person is reported dead and 28 others wounded. The toll on victims could rise as rescue crews scramble through the rubble. Witnesses say the bomber wore an army uniform. Netanya was where a suicide bomber detonated his explosives at a seaside hotel in March, killing 29 people and sparking the Israeli incursion into the West Bank. American pressure on Yasser Arafat to hold Palestinian elections and reform the government continues. And today, Jordan's prime minister and foreign minister met with him. Topping the discussion, a Middle East peace effort. Peacemaking efforts are gaining momentum in the wake of an Israeli offensive in the West Bank meant to uproot militants. Israeli and Palestinians have been locked in a cycle of violence that broke out 19 months ago when peace talks stalled. And our final stop, East Timor. Today, East Timor officially became a nation. It gained its independence from Indonesia after a rebellion that ended with a UN-sponsored referendum giving the tiny nation independence in 1999. A UN peacekeeper handed the world body's flag over in a ceremony officially marking East Timor as the newest country in the international community. Coming up tonight on NBC 33, 11 at 11, Vice President Dick Cheney says the prospects of a future terrorist attack on the United States is, quote, almost a certainty. We'll have the latest on what U.S. officials are finding from latest intelligence reports. Plus, we're in the heart of severe weather season, and tonight we'll show you some of the newest technology being used to track and forecast tornadoes. And an experimental pill is offering new hope to lung cancer patients suffering from the disease and the side effects of traditional chemotherapy. Those stories and more tonight on NBC 33, 11 at 11. And coming up next on NBC 33, drivers be on the lookout. This Memorial Day weekend, law enforcement officers nationwide will be out to make sure your travels are safe. We'll tell you about it. And today starts National Emergency Medical Services Week. We'll tell you why this is so important next on NBC 33.
Your news is on NBC 33. The latest breaking news, Neighborhood Storm Tracker 33 and the forecasters, and local sports coverage. It's Fort Wayne's news leader. Your news is on NBC 33.
The only thing better than a good night's sleep is to sleep interest-free for 1 year. That's right, this week only at Mattress Warehouse. Save up to 25% on our already discounted name brand bedding and take 1 year to pay it off. That's up to 25% off and 1 year free financing. Plus, purchase any premium set of bedding and receive your choice of a free bed frame or free delivery and removal. So what are you waiting for? Save up to 25% on name brand bedding and sleep free for 1 year. Mattress Warehouse, where a good night makes a great day.
In other news, it seems like another good day to be in the cigarette business, with the stock prices of the big three tobacco manufacturers rising ever higher. Today's jump in price comes on the heels of the top tobacco companies reporting surging quarterly profits. It seems nothing can stop the money-making machine that is the tobacco industry. With such steady growth, it's a sure bet that tobacco stocks will be going strong for many years to come, prompting even the most seasoned analysts to ask, what is the secret to the tobacco company's success?
Every day's a holiday at John Klopfenstein Furniture. And what better way to celebrate than during our All-American Holiday Sale? Save big on everything in our store and get 0% financing for 1 year. That's right, save on everything and get free financing for 1 year. Plus, get free delivery and free removal of your old furniture. Don't miss our All-American Holiday Sale going on now through the holiday at both John Klopfenstein Furniture Galleries in Leo and at 1469 exit 105A.
Hey, George, I've noticed that H.H. Gregg's prices are pretty darn low.
Oh, nobody's lower, Joey. In fact, if anybody buys from us, then finds the same item for less somewhere else, we'll double the difference if anybody beats Gregg's price.
Double trouble for the other guys.
Gregg's double the difference price guarantee. We deliver like nobody's business.
You know, I was a body double once for Antonio Banderas.
NBC 33 Weather is brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Welcome to the revolution.
Welcome back to NBC 33. More than 11,000 law enforcement agencies around the nation are combining forces just in time for Memorial Day weekend. Starting tomorrow, police will be on the lookout for seatbelt violations and child restraint violations, as well as looking for drunk drivers. The campaign will continue through Memorial Day on May 27th, the traditional start of the summer travel season. Special attention will also be focused on teens. Statistics show over 4,400 16 to 19-year-olds died in traffic accidents in 2000. And today starts National Emergency Medical Services Week. And this year the theme is help is just a heartbeat away. It puts the emphasis on the fast response, compassion, and vigilance that EMS workers provide 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Approximately 750,000 EMS providers help save lives by giving emergency care. Well, let's check in now with your forecast with NBC 33 meteorologist John Thonert, who is standing by in the forecast center. John, kind of chilly.
Very chilly. We did break a record last night. We got all the way down to 30 degrees, smashing the old record of 36. We are going to probably break some more records tonight and maybe even tomorrow night as frost advisories are in effect once again. We do have cloudy skies. The temperature is 44 degrees. Winds are out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour. The pressure is steady at 30.27 with the relative humidity at 89%. The almanac showing that record low of 30 degrees. Our high only 52, well below the normals of 73 and 50. Records 92. And that old record of 36 in 1954. And just a trace of precip at the airport. How cold is it going to get overnight? I'll let you know coming up next.
A community grows one birth at a time, and each new life powers the community's growth, strength, and future. For more than 120 years, Parkview has brought new life to our communities. Our tradition of excellence continues today. The New Life Center, available at all Parkview locations, provides high-quality, personalized care that promotes healthy child development. Parkview New Life Centers, bringing new life to our communities.
Ah, yes, the sounds of summer. Fountains gurgling,
steaks grilling, sprinklers oscillating. And yes, mosquitoes electrocuting. Everything for the outdoors at Meijer.
Chickens have breasts, wings, and thighs. But no one has ever found the nuggets on a chicken.
It's not there either.
Introducing chicken breast strips from Hardee's. Because chickens don't have nuggets.
Maybe you're one of those people who truly loves water. Then you're gonna love Ohio's Lake Erie shoreline. Water parks, indoors and out. The best amusement park in the world, surrounded by water, beaches, wineries, golf, and your pick of islands.
Excuse me, miss. Could I have another?
Ohio's Lake Erie shoreline. We've got great discounts like $10 off Cedar Point admission.
Stroke is the third leading cause.
And welcome back to NBC 33 on this Sunday evening. Rather chilly outside and even some scattered showers to show you on Neighborhood Storm Tracker 33. They have begun to diminish overnight, but we did have some scattered showers moving through Allen County. Even reports of some sleet mixed in with these showers up to our north. The upper atmosphere very cold, allowing that frozen precipitation to mix in with the rain. We should see these showers continue to wane overnight tonight. Temperatures going to be falling once again. We do have frost advisories in effect. We could see some breaks in the clouds overnight tonight, but mainly cloudy skies throughout the overnight hours. Temperatures not getting down quite so low as they did last night, but still quite chilly. 33 degrees the expected low by around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Once again in the 30s. It feels much more like early March than mid to late May. It's quite chilly. There's those frost and freeze advisories in effect for all of northern lower Michigan as well as northern Indiana. We are going to see those cold temperatures overnight tonight. Once again, the satellite radar composite shows those showers that moved through earlier today starting to move off to our south and east, leaving us with just cloudy skies overnight tonight. High pressure still parked off to our west, trying to make its way in, but a broad area of low pressure spiraling off to our northeast, continuously feeding us these clouds and rain showers. We will see mostly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow as well before this high pressure starts to make some headway and helps to clear our skies out by tomorrow night and leaving us with partly cloudy skies on Tuesday. Not a whole lot of change in this future track map as these systems are very slow moving. The low pressure stubborn off to our northeast and the high pressure is just very slowly working its way into the Midwest by about Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday afternoon we should start to see that high pressure over our heads with some clearer skies. Temperatures are going to be chilly once again overnight tonight. Lower 30s for us, warming only into the low 50s by tomorrow afternoon. Here's how your forecast looks for tonight. We will have that overnight low down to about 33 degrees. Frost advisory is in effect tonight. We'll have north winds at about 3 to 6 miles per hour, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we will have a high of about 54 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Once again, north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. The 7-day forecast starts to look better for us as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. 60 degrees by Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Wednesday looks sunny with a high of 70, and then the 70s are with us through the early part of the holiday weekend. And it looks like it's going to be a nice Memorial Day weekend right now with temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s with some sunshine, so much improved conditions.
I can't believe we're this close to Memorial Day weekend and we're talking about frost and freeze advisories and sleet.
We've got to get rid of that so they can open the pools up. You know, it's time to go swimming.
We haven't even gone out there at all this year yet. Thanks a lot, John.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up next in sports, the Wizards were trying to extend their winning streak today at the stadium, and it was bump day at the Brickyard as they filled the field for the Indianapolis 500. Stay close. You're watching a special edition of NBC 33 Weekend News.
Stroke is the third leading cause of death. About 600,000 Americans suffer a new or recurrent stroke each year. Approximately 4.6 million stroke survivors are alive today. Learn about stroke warning signs and how to reduce stroke risks at Health Checks on Thursday, May 23rd at Glenbrook Square. The American Stroke Association, along with representatives from local hospitals, will be offering free stroke screenings. Take charge of your health at Health Checks. Brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and NBC 33.
It's been a tradition in our family to celebrate all the joys of life. The birth of a child, a wedding anniversary, a college graduation. If it's a special occasion, it deserves a fine bottle of champagne. In Fort Wayne, there's another family that understands tradition. The family of Cap and Cork. George Lebemoff has built a reputation of always providing the best. To carry on your family traditions and fashion, visit any of the 14 family locations of Cap and Cork.
Affordable Dentures. We're committed to giving you personal patient care at an affordable price. Your denture will be individually crafted right here in our office by our skilled lab technicians. All our dentures are made from materials accepted by the American Dental Association. You can even get them the same day if you come in early enough. Call 1-800-DENTURE for personal denture care. Now that's a good reason to smile.
When your air conditioner takes its last breath, call Cordy to revive it. Cordy does it all. When your sewer turns your yard into a swamp, call Cordy to fix it. Cordy does it all.
Final day of time trials at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It did not mean the final day of rain at the Brickyard this month. Bump Day was almost bumped itself by the wet stuff as the Indy 500 is becoming the greatest spectacle in raining. For the first time in his 16 years at the Brickyard, two-time 500 winner Arie Luyendyk had to try to make the field on Bump Day. And after an hour's rain delay, the Flying Dutchman easily put his car in the field. He had the day's fastest speed at 228.848 miles per hour. This is what Arie does best. He'll start on the outside of row number 8. Michael Andretti pulled the car he qualified last weekend, and boy, did his gamble pay off. In his backup car, Michael was second fastest today at 228.713. He's on the inside of row 9. The other Team Green drivers also made the show. Dario Franchitti and Paul Tracy both in at over 228. Those are good runs. AJ Foyt's guys got in as well. Artin Dare and Greg Ray with runs above 227. A former pole sitter, Ray starts inside of the 11th and final row. He'll be joined there by George Mack, one of 9 rookies in the field, and Mack just the second African-American ever to qualify and drive in the Indianapolis 500. And finally, former Kelly driver Mark Dismore, coming back from an earlier crash, slipped into the 33rd and final slot. The average speed of the field, a record 228.648 miles per hour. That breaks the 6-year-old mark. The Busch Series running the Stacker 200 today at Nazareth Speedway. Jeff Purvis hit on the driver's side by Greg Biffle. He smashes into the wall. That actually stopped the race for a bit, but points leader Jason Keller easily cruised to victory. His 4th checkered flag of the year, 3rd in his last 5 Busch races. Scott Riggs 2nd, and Ron Hornaday took 3rd. Riding a 3-game winning streak that's vaulted them into 1st place in the Midwest League's East Division, the Wizards back home again today, taking on South Bend. The Wiz spotting the Silverhawks 3-run in the 1st inning, but they got one back in their half of the 1st. Joshua Barfield cracks his 1st homer as a Wizard. That's into the tater sack and left, and it was 3-1. Down 5-1 in the 7th. The Wiz get a run back when South Bend cannot turn this double play. On a ground ball off the bat of Josh Carter, Greg Sane would come in to score, but the Wizards fall short today. They lose to the Silverhawks by the final of 5-2. The Reds came into today's matchup with St. Louis, winning 5 of their last 6. 5 games now ahead of the second-place Cards. Top of the 1st, Barry Larkin deposits this Garrett Stevenson pitch over the left field fence. Rattles around, then back onto the field. Reds up 1-0 early. But in the 4th, it's 1-1. Bang. Eli Marrero takes that hanging curve, and he slams this 3-run homer out of the yard into left, and the Cards have the lead for good. Then for good measure, Tino Martinez cranks this shot to right. That is gone for a home run. St. Louis thrashes the Reds today by the final of 10-1. The Cubs and beleaguered manager Don Baylor came into this afternoon's game with the Brewers, hoping to stop the bleeding after 9 straight losses. In the 7th, Richie Sexson hits a Kerrywood pitch out to right field. The Brewers are up 2-0. But in the top of the 8th, the crime dog, Fred McGriff, gets a hold of this one. That is a 2-run homer. Game is tied at 3, and it goes to extra innings. In the 11th, Corey Patterson, the most exciting play in baseball. Yep, the sacrifice fly. But it counts. Bobby Hill comes in to score. Baylor can finally get a good night's sleep. Haven't said this in a long time. Cubs win 5-4. The New Jersey Nets hosted their first ever Eastern Conference Finals game in franchise history today against the Celtics. Both teams coming into the finals with a lot of momentum and plenty of attitude to match. First half, here is some transition. Jason Kidd, the touchdown pass to Kenyon Martin, over to the cutting Kerry Kittles. He's got the deuce, Nets by 5. Paul Pierce, though, comes back for the Celts, tossing the 3-ball down over Lucius Harris. He had 27 points, but Kidd lobs the alley-oop pass to Martin for the big dunk. Jersey is up by 8 at the break. Second half, it's Kidd taking it in himself for the bucket on the drive. He had a triple-double, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. The Nets take game 1, 104-97. The annual NBA Luck of the Draw held today, better known as the Draft Lottery. It came down to the final two, Chicago and Houston. The Rockets came out on top with the number 1 pick in the upcoming June draft. The Bulls settle for second, Golden State third. The rest of the draft order set by reversing the non-playoff teams' order of finish during the season. The Pacers, by the way, will have the 14th overall pick. The U.S. soccer team came into today's final friendly before the World Cup. It had a matchup with the Netherlands, whom FIFA ranks 4th in the world. This was a good test. Early on, the USA tests Dutch keeper Ronald Waterreus, but he's up to the task. Late in the first half, Roy McKay controls the ball, somehow works himself loose and beats Brad Friedel to make it 1-0. And then in the second, McKay gets behind the defense, and he works his way past Casey Keller to finish off the U.S. They had been previously unbeaten in their last 10 home matches, but Holland nixes that. They take it today by the final score of 2-0. And a couple of Eastern Conference surprises met today in North Carolina for Game 2 of the NHL Eastern Conference Finals, Toronto and Carolina. Brett Hennigan, the tough angle shot in the third period. He beats Curtis Joseph, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Hurricanes. Maple Leafs pull Joseph in the final seconds. Alan McCauley rips the tying goal past Artur Zerbe with 7 seconds to play. 1-1, and it goes to overtime. In the OT, Nicolas Volins' drive will slither past Cujo, and that's in for the game winner, 2-1 Canes. This series is now even at a game apiece. My favorite time of year for hockey because the intensity of the Stanley Cup playoffs, there is nothing like it.
Yeah, hey, Wizards kind of having a rough run.
Well, they had a little rough run today. Yeah, tough weather, tough day, but they'll bounce back tomorrow.
I was going to say, yesterday was so encouraging, and then we kind of got our momentum going a little bit.
Got off to a slow start, but they go to South Bend tomorrow for the first of 2. I think they'll be okay.
Okay, we can hope for them there.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Kent. We'll be back with Look at Your Drive Time when we come back.
In the near future, you may not be able to place or receive calls on your wireless phone. Without being reprogrammed for our area code change, you may not be able to use your phone when you need it most. The simple solution is to stop by the wireless store where you bought your phone and have it reprogrammed with the new area code. It takes just a few minutes, and it will ensure that you will always have the convenience and security of your wireless service. Reprogramming your phone is a free service, and it must be done no later than June 14th. Stop by today and make sure your service is never interrupted.
Hi folks, welcome back to Newport's Outlet Store, that great place for kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities. That's right folks, over the last several months we've been kicking out a lot of kitchen cabinets. We've got a ton of inventory, the prices are right, and we got great quality stock.
Now Mark, when I come to the store, what happens if I don't know exactly what I want?
Well, Mandy, that's not unusual that when you come on up to Newport's Outlet Store, we've gone to the trouble knowing that we need a lot of expertise in this area, that we've got individuals 5, 10, up to 20 years experience that are going to work with you on the computer. They're going to give you the computer-aided design, the 3-dimensional views that you want to take home and experiment, and it's going to be super easy for you to do it, and it's going to be professionally done. Come on up to Newport's Outlet Store, now with 6 locations.
Every day's a holiday at John Klopfenstein Furniture. And what better way to celebrate than during our All-American Holiday Sale? Save big on everything in our store and get 0% financing for 1 year. That's right, save on everything and get free financing for 1 year. Plus, get free delivery and free removal of your old furniture. Don't miss our All-American Holiday Sale going on now through the holiday at both John Klopfenstein Furniture Galleries in Leo and at 1469 exit 105A.
And welcome back to NBC 33. We've seen kind of a lot of seasons here in just the last week, I guess.
Yeah, we had summer and early spring, and then we went to some winter-like weather. Yeah. Even some sleet and snow mixed into the rain showers that moved through today. It looks like those are diminishing. The upper atmosphere is just so cold that when the precip falls, you get a little bit of sleet and snow mixed in with this rain. But the majority of it has been rain. We shouldn't see any more of that. Late tonight, we just will have some mostly cloudy skies, and then for your drive time tomorrow, cloudy skies and temperatures only warming up to the low 50s once again. It looks like pretty much a repeat of what we had today. Could even see some stray showers, but the likelihood of showers not as great for tomorrow. So
yeah, well, Boise might kind of threw off our Wizards a little bit there when they were trying to get out of the ball.
It's kind of tough, tough enough to play between the raindrops, but when you're playing between the sleet and the snowflakes, that makes it
that's not typical
too.
Baseball weather. I don't think we can give them a break on that one. Well, thanks a lot there, John, and thanks, Kent, and thanks so much for choosing NBC 33. We'll be back here on NBC 33, 11 at 10. That's on MSNBC and on 11/11 on Comcast Cable Channel 13. Have a great evening.